Okay, I'm going to do a little art analysis, and by art I mean any sort of entertainment or anything like that is justified only in terms of these sorts of aesthetic enjoyments. Now, one of the things about art analysis is it's a little decadent, maybe even a little hedonistic, and sometimes it's annoying people, critics, film critics. It's like, oh, your opinion about a movie is so important. It's kind of, you can't help but end up comparing it to the catastrophe in the world and go, that's pointless. So we like to have a little balance about it, and what it allows us to do is to think and analyze something. To analyze something where we really can go every way. I mean, it's like if there's certain principles in politics where if you follow them through, maybe people are going to get killed. You got to think twice. It's a serious, pragmatic life and death matter. And it's good that in art it's not life and death, and yet it's something we can take serious. And I think it's a proxy for a lot of other things, and so we take them intellectually. So analyzing genres of films, for example, that aren't your favorite, and knowing something about them, being familiar with the form, is one of the interesting things. And this came up for me recently when I was conveying to people how much I dislike musicals. And people were like, oh, here's the good musicals, and they tell you the good musicals that really are in the genre great. I think Grease was brought up, and I was like, no, it's not going to be in my list, though. I love the soundtrack when I was a little kid, but whatever. And The Music Man. These are great films. Pirates of Penzance. These are good films for musicals. I don't like them because they're musicals. I mean, with the Pirates of Penzance, I love that story, but I don't like it because it's a musical, basically. Now, I was thinking in terms of balancing this out, and I sort of have a belief that in every genre there's something I like. And so I was thinking not only are there some musicals that I do like, but I don't like them in spite of them being a musical. I wouldn't like them better if they were not a musical. That's kind of thing. Pirates of Penzance. I would like it better if it wasn't a musical, or less of a musical. You know what I mean? Or just had a strong soundtrack and wasn't a musical. Um, but I understand to do that would rob this genre because there's people that love musicals. Like I like science fiction. Sort of means I kind of like even bad science fiction. People that love musicals are I kind of like even bad musicals. That's just a rough, you know, rule of thumb on what I mean by someone that likes a particular genre, likes musicals. So I wouldn't really say those would be better movies. Without them, I just probably would have liked them better. I'd like a version like that. But it's not that it would make the movie better, it's just that I don't really like that genre. But anyway, I was thinking of a group of movies that I actually just love as musicals and for themselves that happen to be musicals, even though I don't like musicals. Okay, so obviously I do like musicals if it's a black and white thing in some cases. Okay, one I will start with because I'm not sure if it counts because these rock musicals are, I don't know. If you like the band, it's hard not to like it, but sometimes they're pretty weird or poor movies. Anyway, The Wall, I think that's a good movie. Okay, two, a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think it's a great musical. I love this thing, this film. And I remember when it first came out, it was the first big sensation and all this, but I think it really stands up the test of time. It's got a good soundtrack for a musical. All the songs are part of the plot, and you really have to know what's going on in the plot to understand what the songs mean. And it's an homage to science fiction. The opening science fiction double feature refers to some great classic science fiction. So what's not to like about it? Great movie and a good cast. The Bugsy Malone. If you haven't seen it, this is a musical where the kids are gangsters. It's a gangster movie. The cast is not really of kids; they're just played by kids. And it's got soundtrack by Paul Williams. That's good. I also was thinking, what is a musical? Because like Harold and Maude uses that Cat Stevens soundtrack a lot. It's almost like a musical, but no, because they don't play the whole songs, and the songs aren't performed in the film. But the main part is they don't play the whole song. And seems like I had a couple others. Oh, Mary Poppins. So in the classic type of musical genre, Mary Poppins, awesome film. I think it's a musical. And well, it seems like there was another one or two. Anyway, that'll have to do. Not meant to be a definitive list, but there you go. So you guys should tell me which of you are the which are you the like musical lovers and listen to music soundtracks on Pandora, musical soundtracks.